Hey guys, we've had some questions about our target tracking, so we wanted to make a quick video to show you how that works and just how powerful it can be. So we're going to show you 3 different examples, but before we do, I want to explain to you how our camera channel and target channel work together. So in your camera channel, when you add a keyframe, you're defining a point in space where you want your camera to be. And you can add multiple keyframes, and CC Lab strings all those points together. Likewise, with your target channel, it defines a point in space where your target is, whether it's stationary, or you can add multiple keyframes if you have a moving target. And the way that these 2 channels work together is the camera channel tells the robot where to put the camera in space, and the target channel tells the robot where to point the camera in space. So let's go ahead and jump into our first example here. So in this first example, we're going to do a product type shot where our target is stationary and our camera is moving. So I'm going to go ahead and add this as my first keyframe. And now that I've done that, I'm going to deselect the target channel. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I've already got a target keyframe there that is going to define this point in space that we're going to track throughout our camera move. I'll also deselect zoom and iris because I don't care to add more keyframes in those channels. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on horizon lock, and it's on. And I'm just going to move my camera around in space and add a couple more keyframes. And you'll see that I don't even necessarily have to pay too much attention to where my camera is pointing because since we're target tracking, I've already got that keyframe defined. CC Lab is going to take care of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and run that. And since I'm already at the final point, I'll just run from there and go backwards. And you'll see that not only does that stay right in the center of the frame, but focus. It's also staying in focus. So focus is also taken into account in the target channel. So there's a really quick and easy way to do target tracking in CC Lab. Now in the second example, what I've done is instead of adding a single keyframe in my target channel, I've added a second. So that means that instead of having a stationary target that we're tracking, we have now defined a path that we want to track. So this is great if you're trying to track a person through a scene or a falling object. In this case, we're just going to track straight down the center of the C-stand. And I've also added a couple of random keyframes in my camera channel to show you that no matter what my camera is doing, as defined by the camera channel, we're still going to track straight down that C-stand because I've defined that with 2 keyframes and a linear move. So let's go ahead and run that and see what that looks like. So there you've got target tracking with a moving camera and a moving target. So in this last example, what I've done is I've kind of flipped things around a little bit. So now I've only got 1 keyframe in my camera channel and 2 keyframes in my target channel. And this means that my camera is not going to move through space since I've only got the 1 keyframe. But since we've defined a path in my target channel, I've got a keyframe up top and down below again. It's going to track that path. So let's go ahead and run that and see what that looks like. So there's target tracking with a stationary camera and a moving target.